I feel like the only thing left to talk about as far as the plot itself is obviously Lucerys and you know his dragon Vhagar's ultimate demise, bro. Like this was the moment. This was the money shot. This was where they spent all the money for this
Mhm.
episode. And it's what Jurassic World was supposed to be.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
that's that's where I was like, okay, like if we didn't have that, that's why it would have been real bad. It would have been another season 8. Like I won't
Like
go that far,
the chomp, I was
but
like, dang, I don't never seen something like that. Like that was
yeah,
some vicious scene. Like chomp gone.
yeah,
Whoa.
and it was
Dragons are deadly.
right, and it was just the way that it flew and just the size comparison. Like we never really got a good understanding of how big Vhagar really, really is.
Yeah.
Compared to someone when he was up against that castle. Now, that castle might not be the biggest, but he stood way over top of that thing. And when it was flying in the clouds and you could see the shadow from the lightning, I was like, "Oh, it's over with. It's
Like it really makes
over."
you feel like the power of the dragons. Like it's so
Yeah,
huge. Like
yeah.
what are you are at their mercy when that thing lands at your doorstep.
Right. And it's one of the last original dragons from Old Valeria too. So it has that historic element to it as
Like
well.
like this man should have just said, "Hey, here's a note. I see y'all later."
Right. Nah, he shouldn't even
I
go on
got to go.
inside.
Yeah.
He should have been like, "Mom, they wasn't home." You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I would just drop this here.
Right.
I'm gone.
Right. Like, and I mean, this is the part of the episode where not so much the actual dragon fight, but this moment where when we see Vhagar outside and we know who's inside waiting for him.
We know it.
And I was just like, man, we knew this man was going to die from the beginning of the, like, it was so much foreshadowing that like this was his last moments from his conversation with his mom to him fighting and dueling against his brother, like in training and losing, and just him just being insecure about his position in this whole war and everything. And the writing was on the wall, and it was too predictable for me. And that's where I was like, okay, for the moment it was good, but once this episode was over with, that's when I was like, oh man, like, dang, this was fire. But this is just a whole bunch of lead up,
Like I just love the fact that Aemon is just straight up a bully.
Yeah.
And even when he was there, we knew this man may just chop off his arm and say, "I'll see you later."
Right.
Cuzzo. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
like because he is just a menace.
Yeah.
And when he was like, I'm give me your eye, I was like, oh my God, he's doing so much.
Right.
Like, dude, chill out over there. But he's like, bro, we in charge now. We in charge. I'm gonna do whatever I want. And then when he chased him down, he really didn't mean to like go that far.
The dragons weren't listening to him. Neither one of the dragons. Yeah. But it goes down to like invading, body language, like having an inexperienced rider and then having these wild animals, because dragons have a mind of their own. Like, yes, they are able to ride dragons, but they don't control them really. The dragons do whatever they want to. And Vhagar, I forgot how to say it, but Lucerys dragon, felt threatening. We sent a warning shot, and Vhagar was just like, "Yo, I need a little pre-journey snack. You know what I'm saying? Need something for the road," and that was it for him. But even before that, man, like you were saying, like Aemon has no regard for anybody. If you look up grudge in the dictionary, you're gonna see a picture of Aemon. You know what I'm saying? Because he's holding that joint, and he's also has an infinity stone in his eye. Like that joint was so hard. I was like, bruh, this dude is different. This dude is different, bruh. But like, yeah, I mean, other than that, like that moment was great. And then when Rhaenyra finally heard the news, it just set the tone. Like no words needed to be said. The music, everything was just like, I was locked in. you know, and I was like, dang, it's over with. And that's when I was like, bruh,
Yeah.
what was that? What was that? Like, they playing with me, bro. If you enjoyed that clip, make sure to tune into the rest of the podcast here on YouTube or on your favorite audio platforms. Just search up Why I'm Geeked and you'll be able to find it. Thanks for listening. Leave a comment and I'll see y'all in the next one.